Well, Joe Abercrombie. Alright, Joe Abercrombie is back. And this time he's brought monsters, necromancers, and a whole lot of blood. But is The Devil's a devilish good time or a dud in disguise? Let's discuss. If I knew how to edit, I'd be like, okay. So The Devils is Joe Abercrombie's latest grimdark fantasy. It's set in an alternative medieval Europe where a ragtag team of magical misfits is sent on a suicide mission. It's like Dirty Dozen meets The Witcher with a splash of Monty Python in it. So yeah, you got it like a. I'm not going to go into too much spoilers, but you know you've got a necromancer, a werewolf, a vampire, an immortal knight, and even a vanishing elf, all under the command of a reluctant monk. It's wild, it's weird, and it's very Joe Abercrombie. So what works? Okay, so for me, the writing is top tier. His Joe's prose is sharp, it's stylish, laugh out loud funny. It's action packed, and the battle scenes are cinematic. The pacing is just relentless, and the world building is rich. That doesn't You're not really bogged down in it. So you're basically in an alternate history, I guess you could best describe it. And yeah, as you can sort of, here's a map of the world there, Europe, all different sort of names. It's familiar names, familiar shapes, but yeah, slightly different. And yeah, I wish I got the broken binding version of the book, because that book badass. They do a great job, but I just got the this one. It's sort of nice, cool cover. There is to digress a little bit. There's some cool one of the characters there, a magician, a wizard. Depends what you want to call him. There's another one, Baron Ricard, the vampire, and little pirate. I guess you could call her a pirate. I don't know what you call her, but Baptiste, yeah, it's an interesting character. I guess you could say there's a few other ones in here that I haven't marked out, but there is some cool artwork in here. But yeah, if you're into blood and banter and badassery, you'll definitely get it in this. And the monsters, yeah, you're not just window dressing each one. Basically, it rips on the classic horror tropes in a clever and often hilarious way. But that's when I guess it gets a little bit tricky. For all its flair, The Devil's like, I don't know, it just didn't quite click for me. And I've been trying to figure out why. Some of the characters feel like thin. Yes, they're distinct and colourful, and not all of them get the depth that they deserve. Like they do have unique voices, but some of them feel like sketches of a character, not fully fleshed out people. But yeah, like the pacing, like I said, it is fast and probably a little bit too fast. There's a lot of morally grey characters in it, and the story sometimes feel like it sprints past moments that could have had real emotional weight to it. So if you're I'm a fan of the First Law trilogy, and maybe you are too. If not, I'd highly recommend checking it out. And there, the characters did feel a lot more fleshed out. It just felt a little bit more depth that it doesn't. I don't know. It just didn't quite. It's something I can't quite articulate. It's kind of like an emotional distance. Like, it's well written, it's clever, but it just didn't quite, for me. It's like like a Ferrari that never quite roars to life. You know, it's like someone that owns a Ferrari that just sort of lets it sit there or putt along. It doesn't open up and just tear out. And that's probably a pretty bad metaphor. But yeah, like I said, it's not quite clicked. And then the other day it was announced that James Cameron, up and coming filmmaker, will be making an adaptation of The Devils. And then it sort of, I understood maybe that like the story, the style, the characters would be better suited like in the framework of a film. And I think that would be how the story would really pop. So I don't know what Joe's, we're on a first name basis. Joe's intention was when writing this, whether it was aimed at having like a big movie deal or whatnot, or like more of a movie adaptation. But it does feel like it is more geared towards that. Not that it's bad or anything, but if you're going in for the Joe Abercrombie treatment of like the First Law trilogy and the sequel trilogy and that, it's not quite that, but it is good. Like, what can I say? Like, you know, is it a devil or a dud? And honestly, neither. I mean, it is good, not great. It's definitely better than bad, like Log. If you know, you know. Look, I'm a fan, and if you're a fan too, there's plenty in here that you'll enjoy. But if you're hoping for another First Law level of masterpiece, you've got to temper your expectations. So, if I was to give it an arbitrary score out of something, gimmicks and the Schneiders, I'd pay 7 gimmicks out of 10 Schneiders. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'd recommend it, but just going, no, it's not going to be like the be all and end all. It's not breaking any new ground or anything like that. It is stylish, it is savage, but just a little bit of a soul missing to it. So I don't know. But what do I know? Well, let me know your thoughts or comments. Like, if you've read The Devils, did it work for you? Did it leave you feeling cold? Just drop a comment. Let me know if it clicked for you or not. Anyway, until next time, see ya.